everything set up. Be starting in about a minute. Hope everyone's having a good day. And for those who are a bit unfamiliar with All Signs Tarot readings on YouTube, at the end of the video, once I'm off going live, I'm going to put the timestamps of each sign in the comments so that you can find your sun, moon, rising, and Venus and see which predictions may resonate with you. Oh, hi, Becky. Me too. There we go. Hi, FF. Oh, thank you. I'm so grateful for that feedback. It means a lot to know that, yes, my flow, tapping into energy, being able to share my flow state, my creative state, that others can resonate with that is truly a deep, meaningful feeling for me. Hi. Oh, hi, Brooke. Hi, Christina. Okay, going to be getting started. I apologize too. Thank you, FF. I apologize too if there are mowing sounds in the background. One of the things with going live is I can't really control, what's happening outside, and I do live in kind of a noisy spot, so pardon that. Hope everyone can hear me fine. If there's audio issues or anything like that, please let me know in the comments. Hi, Marika. Hi, Gabrielle. Going to be beginning with Aries, and I use one traditional tarot deck and 2 oracle decks. Let's go ahead and tap into Aries. What's going on with the sign of Aries for the upcoming month, July? For Aries. Now, I did want to say, too, that I will be taking Super Chat questions if anybody wants like a 1 or 2 card pull. I will be doing that in between the signs. Yeah, a lot of people say that they like my intro. I've been trying to collect intros for you guys to do a compilation video, but I usually delete my videos for storage purposes. So I don't really have many. Okay, for Aries. What's going on for Aries in the month of July? Oh, the sun. Enlightenment, happiness, joy, major arcana. So this is very divinely guided, a major phase of life. Maybe being in the public eye, shining your light. Acknowledging your truth or gaining a deeper insight on your own personal truths, feeling seen. 5 of Swords, maybe even shining a light on self-sabotaging behaviors, thought patterns that no longer serve you. Let's see what else for Aries. Did want to pull it out, King of Cups reverse, so maybe gaining a better hold on your emotions, emotionally maturing, maybe releasing any ways of maybe avoiding the emotions and unintentionally sabotaging yourself. I think there's like some sort of revelation or insight that you're going to get in the upcoming month about how far you've come in your stages of emotional maturity. Ace of Cups, new beginning in love, new beginning of emotional maturity. Cups are the emotions. So this is a seed of new potential, of a new phase of life for you emotionally. Very, very good. Page of Swords, maybe deeply communicating. Communicating yourself in a better way, maybe expressing your emotions a bit more. Page of Swords is also about doing research and messages. You may be having a lot of back and forth communication with a new love, or discussing with a current partner about ways of growing the relationship, or having some sense of a new start there with the Ace of Cups. High Priestess, Major Arcana. This is about deeply trusting yourself and your intuition. Maybe as you're emotionally maturing, you're realizing that you can trust your decisions more. You can trust your intuition more. And establishing that deeper connection with the self. Okay. One more from this deck. Eight of Cups. You may have to be walking away from a situation that you once found fulfilling, but is no longer fulfilling for you. You're having to search for what deeply makes you happy. Even though there was a lot of emotions invested in this situation, you're needing to move on. You're needing to move past an old way of being, an old way of experiencing, or having to walk away from career, a relationship, some sort of situation that, you're finally gaining a bit more clarity and feeling better about the fact that you've had to walk away. Yeah, it may be a work situation, or Eight of Pentacles is just about working on your coin, your money, working on your craft, building your craft, focusing on your work, focusing on your material resources. With the 2 8s, though, Major Arcana is strength, so there's a sense of moderating the self, of being able to balance the self, putting work in. Okay, this deck for Aries. Please let me give an intuitive and guided message for Aries. Whatever they need to hear for their highest self, you're good. Please let me help Aries through this reading and through these cards for Aries. Trickery. Does kind of resonate too with the 5 of Swords. But don't despair. Trickery doesn't always necessarily mean, being manipulated or being tricked. It's about being in a situation, usually in regards to someone else or some entity, where you have felt victimized, but they have also felt victimized. It's almost like both people or both sides feel some sort of heart wounding or a feeling of being wronged. It also is the card of self-interest, and maybe having acted selfishly. That may have been the reason that you had to walk away from that situation, and having to begin a new start emotionally for yourself, if that means like healing your heart in order to have a new relationship after walking away from something. Just also gaining a sense of your own empowerment and realizing ways that you may get caught up in victim mentality, which is also kind of that 5 of Swords energy. Oh, grief, double heart. So for Aries, there may be an energetic focus here in the heart chakra, doing heart healing, releasing a sense of grief, kind of coming to terms with mixed emotions in the situation. There's a lot of love, there's a lot of care, there's a great sense of loss and pain, and being able to reconcile those things and just process grief. A lot of processing, a lot of emotional healing for you this month. Okay, last deck for Aries. This is an oracle card, so whatever this means to you, for me, this can have somewhat feminine energy, or connecting in with the feminine part of the self, as well as the void. But it really, whatever first impression you got, that's what it is for you. Gentleness, maybe tending to the self, tapping into a sense of tenderness, or deepening your tenderness, forgiveness for yourself. Also having gentle communication here with the bird and the Page of Swords. Maybe moderating overly severe emotional responses, reawakening a deep sense of self, reawakening passion. This is very much like the Ace of Wands. Reawakening to your power, reawakening to your joy, your light. Thank you, Toki. I've been reading for a very, very long time, so. All right, if anybody would like to do timestamps, I'm going to try and write some down here real quick. So, 11 minutes. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Moving into Taurus. Hi, welcome Taurus for your monthly tarot predictions here for July. Taurus. Please let me give an intuitive and guided message for Taurus. Whatever they need to hear for their higher selves, higher good. Please let me open through this reading into these cards for Taurus. What can Taurus expect for the month ahead? Here with Taurus. What's going on with Taurus for the upcoming month? Any advice? Hanged Man reversed. Maybe coming out of a period of not just isolation, but of inaction. Maybe for a while you've been resting or kind of gaining a new perspective on your situation, maybe withdrawing your energy. But now it's time to come out of that standstill. So Hangman upright is that standstill, that moment of pause, gaining a new perspective. But reverse, it's time to come out and it's time to see things upright. It's time to see things for what they are and begin to face life and take action. Six of Swords reversed. Maybe feeling like you're wanting to move towards smoother times, maybe coming out of turbulent times, even dealing with like turbulent thoughts, maybe anxiety or the 6 comes after the 5, and that can be self-defeating thoughts or just kind of negative thought patterns. Maybe the past few months you've been doing a lot of inner recalibrating, inner work, and wanting to move past that feeling of maybe feeling stuck in order to heal. We want to bring that upright. We want to move forward, move on, and go to calmer waters. Taurus. 9 of Cups reversed. So yeah, having to deal with maybe a sense of unhappiness or maybe even mild depression. It's time to move out of that. It's time to find what emotionally fulfills you again, what brings you a sense of joy, of happiness. Finding happiness inside of the self, independent of anyone, anything, any situation. And taking deep care of the self, Queen of Pentacles. This is Taurus energy. She's abundant. She takes care of the self. She works on her coin. She works on her, her garden, her queendom. The self-care queen. I also get a sense that maybe one of the keys to you moving out of a sense of stagnancy or depression or just feeling kind of disconnected from your joy or your energy is to do physical things to help you recover. Taurus is the earth goddess, right? And being able to have good senses, eat good food, do things for the body like stretch or work out or being active really, really helps Taurus feel cared for and feel much better. Oftentimes, Taurus mood is completely impacted also by how the body is feeling. So if we can get our body feeling good and having a lot of movement, that can change a lot of the mind's experience. Let's get another one for Taurus. 5 of Wands. Maybe dealing with some conflict, conflicted feelings about things, needing to take action, maybe feeling a need to defend the self here. What is that 5 of Wands about? 5 of Swords, yeah, maybe dealing with some conflict in your life that may be causing that depression or that lethargy or this feeling of like kind of unhappiness or wanting to take action but not really knowing how, but needing to. I think the key for you to navigate this situation is really bringing the energy back to yourself, caring for the self, making sure that you have very good boundaries as well there with the Queen of Pentacles. 8 of Cups. Maybe feeling like you need to walk away from a situation but can't right now, or there's things keeping you there, but there's a sense of not being totally fulfilled and knowing that it's not bringing emotional fulfillment for you right now. But also remember that other things will never be able to bring true, sustaining, emotional fulfillment. These were actually both reversed, but I'm going to bring them upright. Because the goal of the reversed, you can, especially minor arcana, you can change at any time with actions. You know, these are very transient energies, and if you just make a different decision, they can change. It's just about bringing back the good qualities of the 8 of Cups to the 9 of Cups. Realizing that you're not emotionally fulfilled, so you walk away from a situation and towards what is actually going to fulfill you and make you feel happy and make you feel content. Okay. For Taurus, please let me get an intuitive and guided message for Taurus. What do they need to hear for their higher self, higher good? Please help her through this reading and through these cards. Hi, Andrea. For Taurus, recovery. Yeah, maybe having to recover from a challenging time, recovering from conflict, gaining a deeper sense of connection with your intuition there with the third eye. Yeah, recovering from that conflict situation where there was a sense of trickery. Aries got this card as well. So you may be dealing with an Aries, have Aries placements. If not, we'll see. Maybe this is going to come out for a lot of signs, and it's just a part of the upcoming kind of astrological energy. It's happening, doing some heart healing, maybe walking away from a situation where there was underhandedness, there was that kind of that conflict and both people feeling very victimized in the situation with each other. Like both people feel wronged. Vanity here, blue, communicating the self. The throat is about speaking your truth, knowing your truth, being your truth. And vanity is about finding happiness kind of with what you have, finding contentment inside of ourselves rather than outside of ourselves and constantly looking for the next best thing. As far as referring to your sun sign, do your sun sign, your moon sign, rising sign, Venus sign, if you know them. Most people only know their sun signs. Okay. Yeah, having to release a past situation. Having to release also a phase of life, a phase of interacting with people, a phase of understanding yourself. Maybe finding a bit more spiritual clarity, spiritual connection through having to walk away from that situation. It's like the thing that's going to get you through is connecting in here with your crown. So connecting in with your higher self. Hi, Brooke. Ooh, renewal. Beautiful. This is the root. So our sense of stability, our sense of foundation. I love the story of this card. So she was a potted plant in someone's house and got thrown away and brought to the landfill, and feeling like everything was going wrong, you know, being discarded. Everything is kind of going in a way that she didn't anticipate. And then she gets knocked over and her pot breaks, and feeling like the worst has happened. You know, she gets brought to the dump, abandoned, pot gets broken, so sad. But actually, all of those situations, the pot breaking, allowed her to stretch her roots and blossom bigger than she ever could as that potted plant in that person's house. She became this like giant rose bush or this giant flower bush. So there's this sense of maybe circumstances or situations that kind of hurt at the time, actually leading you to a deeper sense of security, stability, and abundance for yourself. Okay, one last deck for Taurus. Please let me give an intuitive and guided message for Taurus, whatever they need to hear for their higher selves, higher good. Please let me help them through this reading and through these cards for Taurus. Imagination, tapping into your creative energy, tapping into potential, dreaming about what you're capable of, what could be done in your life, opening your mind to magic, putting your imagination to good use. There's also a warning, though, with imagination that it can go the other way. Sometimes the imagination tied up with fear can create negative situations and negative thoughts. So making sure that the imagination and the creative energy is being channeled and brought outward in a constructive and intentional way. I love Taurus as well. I actually have a Taurus moon, so exactly, magic. Tapping into magic. Your own magic. Your own creative power and potential. Beautiful. And that leads to expansion as well. Look, that's beautiful. Magic, imagination. I've not been to Rochester. I haven't even visited New York. I've literally traveled the world, almost every U.S. state. My family was like super travelers, even living like overseas for a brief period of time. But I've never been to New York. So maybe only like a layover, but definitely not Rochester. Okay. So 23, 16. All right, Gemini. Oh, you both are from Rochester. That's so funny. Oh, hi, Alejandro. Oh, thank you. I'm so glad that you're here. Okay. Now remember too, I am doing readings. Feel free to reach out to me both in the chat or through email. I do long, like, private tarot readings, as well as maybe 1 or 2 cards right now, as well as custom ASMR videos. I do the Zoom Reiki sessions with people, or pre-recorded Reiki, all sorts of things. So reach out to me if you're wanting a personalized tarot or content. Okay, Gemini. What can Gemini expect for the upcoming month ahead, July? Please let me give an intuitive and guided message for Gemini. Whatever they need to hear for their higher selves, higher good. Please let me help them through this reading through these cards for Gemini. For Gemini. Ooh, 4 of Wands. Focusing on the home, focusing on stability. This is happy home. maybe celebrations, weddings, hanging out with friends, really just kind of relishing in life and feeling stable, feeling happy. Oh, Four of Swords, lots of fours. You may be seeing 444, lots of fours showing up. Four of Swords is rest, contemplation, kind of taking a step away, maybe spending a lot more time at home, resting, sleeping, kind of doing things to feel more comfortable in the home, less focus outside and more on your internal landscape here. Really working on feeling stable and working on your sense of stability and growth. Oh, that's so fun. Oh my God, that's crazy. Nine of Wands. Maybe feeling a little bit defensive, feeling a little exhausted. Not sure, maybe I'll pull a few more cards on this this Nine of Wands about this is about perseverance, maybe having to put a lot of effort, a lot of work in a situation. It could be literally your work situation that you just feel a little burnt out, a little overwhelmed or exhausted with, or a combination of just like family, work, all these different life responsibilities. So you're having to kind of take a step back and really build a better sense of stability for yourself and focusing on that healing, rest, and home. Maybe coming out of some confusion, maybe coming out of a period to where you felt a little fuzzy. This does have Mercury retrograde vibes. You're really impacted with Mercury in your sign. You may also be really impacted by this full moon coming up. It will be the full moon in the next few days. This is Gemini. Hi, David. For Gemini, Seven of Cups reversed. Yeah, oh my gosh, these two mean pretty much the same thing, especially in this reading, I feel. Seven of Cups is about gaining more clarity, coming out of a sense of confusion, a sense of fogginess, maybe having a lot of options or feeling like, you know, you needed to move forward, but there were just so many pathways that you could take, and there's a sense of not knowing how to gain clarity in order to move forward. There was just too much confusion, too much fogginess, but coming out of that. Six of Cups, there could have been some fogginess and confusion in regards to a soulmate situation here with the Six of Cups. This is the soulmate card, someone from the past, maybe getting caught up in negative thoughts about the past, like nostalgia, thinking about things that had happened, maybe feeling confused about a past situation, trying to reflect back, but there's some lack of clarity. You aren't seeing the situation as it is. So once again, if you haven't already, there is that calling to pull your energy back and focus on your own sense of stability. Yeah, Nine of Wands here, a lot of anxiety, negative thoughts. Maybe I'll do some hand covering later in some of my other videos. But for right now, here with the Nine of Swords, yeah, needing to clear away almost like fear programming or some sort of thought pattern, rumination, reoccurring thoughts that are not helping you out, and maybe just having a lot of anxiety about that soulmate situation where something soured with it being reversed. Page of Wands. Maybe need to get a sense not only of maturing, but also not dealing with things in a way that is kind of reckless, especially in regards to communication. Page of Wands reversed. Page of Wands is about communication. He's young. He's the youngest of his suit, and he's just kind of figuring out how to use his passion, how to use his life force energy and his power for good use. But right now it can be a little bit not thought out. It can be reckless, maybe too impulsive, especially in ways of communicating the self. Eight of Swords, feeling the 8 to the 9, so maybe feeling like a victim in a specific situation or not knowing how to resolve a specific situation. So I'm actually going to tell a story with the Eight of Swords and the Rider-Waite. she's a woman and she thinks she's trapped. She's blindfolded and there's all these swords around her. And she thinks that she can't walk away. But if she just took off the blindfold, she realized she could walk away at any time. There's something that you're not seeing, or there's a way of perceiving the situation that you're like sacrificing or releasing your own power. You could actually change the situation. I think maybe if you communicate a bit different, especially with all of these swords, communication and thoughts, if you perceive it a bit different, are you feeling trapped in that situation and finding ways of coping with that? You have all the potential to turn the situation around here with the void. This is almost like the just fertile ground. Whatever seed you plant in this ground is what's going to grow. What do you want to plant? Some advice for Gemini for the upcoming month ahead for July. For Gemini, perception, heart healing, having a new perspective. That's that Eight of Swords. You just look at the situation a bit differently. You may heal and know how to move past it. Know how to release yourself from self-limiting thought patterns or ways of approaching the situation. For Gemini, workaholic. Be working on your coin, bringing your energy back, not just to the home and the self, but also focusing on your craft, focusing on your creativity, on your work, reassessing your priorities. Blue is also about the throat, so speaking your truth, knowing your truth, being your truth. I feel like there's a lot of swords, communication, energy here, which you are ruled by Mercury, so that's pretty much in alignment with your sign. Let's see. For Gemini, maybe needing to work on a deeper sense of stability. Maybe things have been kind of up in the air, or you haven't really been building the things that you've been putting effort in with. Let me rephrase myself. Maybe there's been things in your life that you've been wanting to be stable, wanting to be solid, wanting to build up, whether that's coin, whether that's your relationship, just having a deeper sense of stability, but maybe action had not really been thought through, or action hadn't been taken, or there's some sort of like unstable foundation. So you want to bring this upright, bring that Ace of Pentacles upright, and bring a deeper sense of stability and security into your decision making and into your life. Okay, water. New potential, emotional healing, emotional maturity. New phase of communicating the emotions as well. Or even being, grounding yourself and connecting in with your emotions. Sincerity and living with authenticity, living from the heart. Really taking actions that are being guided by the soul and your deep sense of inner truth. All right. 33, 8. Moving on to Cancer. Oh, I'm so glad that it resonated with you. I hope that anything that I said could be of help. All right, Cancer. Welcome, Cancer. Oh, I'm so glad, Brooke. For Cancer, please let me give an intuitive and guided message for Cancer. Whatever they need to hear for their higher selves, higher good. Please let me help them through this reading and through these cards for Cancer. What can Cancer expect for the month ahead in July? for Cancer. Hi, Linda. FF, the decks that I use are in the description box. I'm pretty sure. So this is the, I believe it's the Spectra Oracle deck. Just go ahead and check out the description box for the actual name. Okay, Cancer. What's going on, Cancer? What's going on for the month ahead? Here we go. Ooh, the Worlds. Moving on up. Closing cycles, beginning new ones, walking through a doorway for yourself. When I think of the World, I also think of kind of that spiral up of closing cycles, maybe cycles that have been repeating. And even though you feel like these cycles aren't closing, you're gaining new understanding of it, of yourself as well, maybe of situation, how to respond in specific situations, or just a whole new phase of your life has ended and you're stepping into a new one, and it's been the defining part, not just of right now, but maybe for the past year at least. Okay, Five of Swords. This is coming up for a lot of people, or a lot of signs. So I'm already kind of getting the feeling that this is collective energy for the month ahead. Maybe a lot of people just navigating negative thought patterns, self-sabotaging behaviors, ways of thinking, maybe ways of acting, and healing that. Or maybe just having to face those like negative thought patterns that don't serve you. Three of Wands, wanting to move forward. Kind of waiting for a return on investment and a lot of effort you've been putting in recently. Three of Wands, he's already sent his ships off. Everything's been packaged. Everything's been organized. He's already sent it off. Now he's just waiting for the return on investment. So maybe needing to put in a bit more effort. And that also calls for patience as well. For Cancer. Four of Cups, maybe coming out of a period of apathy, of disconnection. Maybe reinvigorating your feelings of love and joy in your life. Coming out of maybe mild disconnection or depression. With Cancer, yeah, new beginning, yeah. Wow, lots of new beginning energy here. The Fool. Needing to make sure that decisions made in this new phase of life, make sure you don't act recklessly, or make sure that you do a bit more research and go about it knowing that it is a new phase, whether it's a new career or a new relationship or whatever that it is that you're doing. There's a sense of like a learning curve, still needing to watch where you step and making wise decisions. Maybe, you know, yes, you're in this new phase or on this new path, but there's a lot of learning that needs to be done. Okay, for Cancer. Ooh, Knight of Cups. The romantic, messages of love, coming forward with love, communicating messages of love. The romantic. The creative as well. What is this Knight of Cups about? Oh, 2 came out. Oh, okay, wow. 8 of Swords to the 9. Maybe having some worries about your romantic partnership, feeling a bit trapped by self-limiting beliefs, maybe needing a higher perspective over the situation, dealing with anxiety, dealing with worries, maybe worries manifesting as well. It's very, very important to watch what you focus on, because what you focus on is what you end up kind of calling in. But don't get me wrong, it's very important to acknowledge things. You know, you can't deny reality, and that can actually make things a bit worse. So you can find a good balance between having time to face and process worries, fears, And then also giving yourself time to not ruminate or not focus on that. It's got to be a good balance, right? We want to balance the thought patterns in the mind and not allow negative thoughts to just go wild. Okay, Knight of Wands. Wow, Knight of Cups and Knight of Wands. Someone moving forward quick. This can also have very impulsive energy. If this is a relationship, or if this is a relationship that maybe you're having some worries about, maybe worrying that it either is moving too fast, or here at the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Cups, it doesn't have total maturity. So maybe a lot of like emotions, a lot of passion, a lot of excitement, but you need to make sure that this person is someone who is stable, or can be, you know, can maintain what you're wanting in the long term. There's maybe a bit of growing up to do there. Oh, thank you, FF. Six of Wands. Yeah, maybe some ego, or maybe some pride, maybe a little competition, liking the chase, wanting a victory. Also, maybe just wanting to succeed in this relationship. Maybe even being pursued by someone, or wanting to pursue another person and wanting to win. I don't know. I don't really get like competition energy, but there is a sense of like things aren't totally stable right now, and everybody's trying to I don't want to say like get one up in the situation, but there is some like competition, some ego involved, in wanting a victory, wanting to succeed. Oh, thank you, FF. Let's get a little, once I'm done with this reading, I'll do a 2-card pull for you. Okay, for Cancer, 3 of Cups. Okay, that does have, you know, a bit more people involved. There doesn't necessarily need to be negative. A lot of the swords were in the mind, which isn't necessarily reality. But here with the 3 of Cups and the 6 of Wands, maybe wanting to succeed in a reconciliation or celebration with friends, a sharing of the self, wanting things to expand, to prosper, for things to finally be, you know, expressive and fruitful. 5 of Pentacles, maybe dealing with scarcity mentality, or feeling left out in the cold. Maybe dealing with a little bit of insecurity as well. King of Wands. Yeah, a lot. Knight of Wands and King of Wands can be, this can be very passionate, very, 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 very passionate energies. But they can also be a bit more flighty, right? Where there's big passion in the beginning, but we need to make sure the passion can be sustained over a longer period of time. And there's a lot of passion, a lot of emotion, but I feel like a lot of kind of insecurity and instability dealing with that situation. Let's move to this deck, see what other messages need to come through for Cancer. For Cancer, what do they need to hear for their higher selves, highest good? Please let me put through this reading and through these cards for Cancer. Prayer. So making good out of a bad situation, not even a bad situation, it's just a situation that didn't go as planned. So the story of this card, this guy, right before he's about to embark on a journey to a big city where he's wanting to live out this dream that he has, something happens, and he's forced to stay at home and take care of the family farm. Years later, oh my gosh, thank you so much, Alejandro. I'll do a few card pull for you after this reading. So here with prayer, he's forced to stay at the family farm, and years later, he's looking out and sipping his lemonade, and he's so happy that things didn't go as planned. He's so happy that his initial dream didn't work out, because it actually led him to the life that made him happy and made him feel fulfilled. So there's a sense of like things maybe not being exactly what you want in this situation, but know that it's going to lead you to what you really want in the long term. Oh, I appreciate you so much, Alejandro. Wow. I am truly grateful. You have no idea how much that helps me. Okay, one last deck for Cancer, and then I'm going to get to a few of the Super Chat pulls for Cancer. For Cancer, please help me give an intuitive and guided message for Cancer. Oh, nothing. I usually get this when the message has been given and there's really no need to pull more cards. It can also be sitting in the void as well, sitting in silence. I'm going to just pull one more just in case. Yeah, okay. I'm pretty sure that was the message. I think it's telling me to listen to myself. Okay. Good luck with everything this month, Cancer. A lot of passion, a lot of potential. All right, for FF, thank you for your Super Chat. Let's see what's going on with FF. Ooh, Three of Pentacles. Working on your coin, working on your craft. Maybe doing something creative, learning. You may be in school or you may be learning a new work routine or a new way of being. Pentacles are about the physical realm and being able to build something solid in the physical realm. There's also a lot of collaborative energy. Maybe having a lot of coworkers. Nine of Cups reversed, maybe needing to find what deeply fulfills you, regardless of anyone or anything. Maybe even a need to cooperate or need to work on a deeper sense of happiness, finding what emotionally fulfills you. Oh, thank you, Rachel. All right, and for Alejandro. Let's see for Alejandro. Ten of Wands. Maybe ending kind of a burdensome or overwhelming cycle in your life. You're almost there. You're towards the end and about to step into a new sense of being. A new phase. But right now, you may be feeling a little bit overwhelmed. Just know that it's transient. Know that you're almost there. Don't give up. There's so much potential for this new phase of life. Bring your focus and bring your energy here to this fertile soil. What seeds do you want to plant in this soil for your new phase? Oh, thank you, Bud. Let's get you one more for Alejandro. Oh, Four of Swords. Yeah, rest, take care of yourself. It's okay to stop for a second, take a moment to pause, to regroup, to recover before you take action. Know that rest is important for you right now, and recovering the self and taking care of the self. An amazing internet hype girl, thank you. All right, let's get one for Butt. Strength in reverse. So this is about being able to, sorry about that. Strength in reverse is about being able to tame our fight or flight reactions, or being able to bring a bit more self-control. Here with the upright, this is about self-control. The lion inside of the self can represent fears, it can represent anxiety, or it can represent just parts of ourselves that we need to have greater control over. And with it reversed, we want to bring it upright. Maybe gaining greater control over a sense of passion as well, if this has to do with a relationship. Ooh, Two of Wands. Maybe needing to hold yourself back. You're wanting things to move forward. You're wanting to take action, but you don't know how just yet. First, you need to kind of tame something in your mind or in the way that you're interacting with the situation in order to finally know what decision needs to be made and finally to be able to take action. Well, I hope you give yourself a break, Alejandro. I think that you really deeply deserve it. So, oh, thanks, Mr. Psychoactive. Okay. So let's see, that was 50. All right, Leo. All right, let's see what we've got going for Leo. For Leo. Please let me give an intuitive and guided message for Leo. Whatever they need to hear for their higher selves, higher good. Please let me help them through this reading and through these cards for Leo. For Leo. Chariot in reverse, maybe wanting to make forward movement, needing to unify the will, but kind of struggling to do that. Maybe some stagnancy, maybe feeling like you're at a standstill, but don't fret. Things are going to move forward, but it's going to take a sense of being able to tame the self or unify the will, maybe opposing sides of the self. Parts of you want different things. They're kind of working at cross purposes. And in order for you to move forward successfully, you've got to unify your intentions and figure out what you actually want. Two of Swords, yeah, feeling like there's a stalemate, like you can't move forward, you're stuck. Got a flat tire. But flat tires can be fixed, and with the Two of Swords, you can come out of this stalemate situation. You can bring this upright. You may be dealing with car stuff as well, maybe car issues there with the Chariot. With the Two of Swords, you don't know how to take action yet, and a decision needs to be made. Maybe some reflecting needs to be done, but you can't stay in the situation forever. You can't stay in the stalemate forever. This is rapid movement, wanting to take action, but also making sure that your action is not impulsive and that it doesn't get make sure that you think before you take action or before you speak right now here with the Knight of Swords. But one thing cool with the Knight of Swords is that he is super fast, right? He moves so quick, and that is very, very refreshing energy in comparison to Chariot reverse and the Two of Swords. So you're going to get that forward movement, but only after a period of time where you can unify your will and make sure that you're not working against yourself. Knight of Cups reversed. Okay. So maybe wanting to move forward in a romantic situation, but things aren't kind of progressing the way that you think. Maybe something having to do with communicating the self, maybe a lack of openness or a lack of, I don't want to say like a lack of emotional connection, but there may be some emotional immaturity that's kind of getting in the way. Or things maybe just souring in a newer romantic situation. King of Cups reverse, yeah, this also has kind of emotional maturity coming through as well. These two. Can I get a bit more of that? All right. Yeah, there's a need to withdraw your energy, and Nine of Pentacles is about feeling happy, abundant, taking care of yourself on your own. So this is a very, very on your own, independent card, whether it's an actual breakup, an actual split up or whatever, or you're just you refocusing on the self and refocusing on what makes you feel stable and abundant, irregardless of anyone or anything. Just really needing to pull back your energy away from that romantic situation or that person. Could be a mature masculine water sign or an older masculine water sign. But there is a sense of like not being totally emotionally upfront, maybe some like even passive aggressiveness there with the King of Cups reversed, and maybe speaking, there's some sort of like brashness in speech that is causing issues and forcing you to reestablish your own independence from the situation, maybe even putting up boundaries. Knight of Pentacles, feeling kind of stuck in the mud. Hey, Kayla. Oh, thank you, Jeremiah. Christina, I love Cancer signs. Oh, wow, Linda. I'm glad, Alejandro. Jeremiah, I'll do a little one card pull towards the end of this this sign. Yeah, feeling stuck in the mud with Knight of Pentacles in reversed, wanting to take action. Lots of knights here, right? Communicating messages, taking action, moving forward, movement. But a lot of them are reversed. So it can maybe be brash communication, but needing more stability, more emotions in order for it to be successful. Okay. Ooh, that one jumped. I'm just going to take it for Leo. Quest, blue. Yes. Communication there in the throat. Speaking your truth, knowing your truth, being your truth. And this is an inner child healing card. This is the beginning of a quest for you, a path for yourself. Maybe you're realizing I need to learn how to communicate myself better, and I need to heal this part of myself. And this situation that maybe went a little sour is forcing you to discover that. How can we do this inner child healing? What do we need to give our inner child? What do we need to learn? What is our truth? Renewal. This quest is going to lead you to your deepest sense of abundance, expansion, authenticity, living your best life, and feeling stable, feeling secure. Even though the situation here with renewal may not have been exactly what you had hoped, it's actually leading you to your deepest sense of stability in the future. And for Leo, spirit, connecting in with your spirit. Really get that like strong inner child connecting in with your soul, what you really want. Maybe soul retrieval. Yeah, rewriting myths, rewriting patterns, rewriting personal narratives, and building the life that you actually want for yourself. Thank you, Linda. I'm so glad that it resonated with you. Let's get a pull for Jeremiah, and then we're going to move on to Libra. I may have to change the audio so I can plug my iPad in, make sure that I'm not going to die mid-reading. I'm going a little bit nice. With the nice audio. Okay, for Jeremiah, 10 of Pentacles. It's about working on your coin, finding a sense of stability. Michaela, I have not done Sagittarius yet. Yeah, 10 of Pentacles. Building up your legacy, building up your home, really wanting or desiring and working towards great stability, financial stability, stability here in this reality. Could be career as well. Ooh, 10 of Swords. Okay, there may have been an ending of a very stable situation or a phase of your life that really impacted the material realm. Physical reality has ended, and you may have to be recovering from that. Maybe some heartbreak. Okay. Hi, Miss Richard. Okay. Leo, gonna go into Virgo. Hi, Virgo. I'm glad that it resonated with you, Jeremiah. For Virgo, please help me give an intuitive and guided message for Virgo. Oops, 8 minutes. Okay. For Virgo, please let me give an intuitive and guided message for Virgo. Whatever they need to hear for their higher selves, highest good. Please help them through this reading and through these cards for Virgo. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. The upcoming month ahead for Virgo. Ooh. Seven of Cups reversed. This has come out for maybe one or two other signs as well. Coming out of a state of confusion, a period of confusion, maybe having too many options or too many ways forward, needing to make a choice but not knowing which choice to make. You're finally gaining a deeper sense of clarity for yourself right now. Yeah, maybe a situation did not go as planned or a way that you had wanted there with the Wheel of Fortune. You want to make this upright here. So maybe the confusion actually had led to, I don't know if something going wrong or something just not going the way that you had anticipated. And that is actually pushing you to have a deeper sense of what choice to make and how to move forward now in the future. You could consider that a lesson for yourself in the upcoming month. For Virgo, the Sun card. I did want to pull this reverse, but we're going to keep this upright here with the Sun. It's the most positive card of the deck, and even when it's reversed, it's just super positive. So it may just be something blocking you. Maybe that situation not going as planned is blocking you from seeing that everything is peachy, everything is good. Like, so many blessings in your life, so many great things happening for you. It's simply about maybe noticing it, being able to acknowledge it is the challenge for you right now. Yeah, maybe something else is preoccupying your mind away from your actual joys, and also just working on the everydayness, getting caught up, in the mundane of life, of taking care of the self and chores, and, if you care for others, have kids or whatever, it's just this like balancing act of all the different things in your life and maybe just getting caught up in the mundane. Thank you, Kayla. I'll do a little one card pull for you at the end of Virgo. See, for Virgo, Death card. Transformation. Evolving the self, shedding old skin. A lot of deep-seated changes happening for you right now. Evolving into a new person. I did want to pull it reverse, but brought it back upright. You may also be dealing with Scorpio or Leo energy there with the major arcanas in the Sun and Death. But here with Death reverse and then bringing it upright, of needing to shed that skin, but you're still kind of holding on to little snippets, little things that you need to release in order to make the kind of changes you need to be where you want to be at in life right now. It's like those things are already moving out of your life, whether it's old habits, old ways of being, old situation, just a whole way of knowing yourself and who you are. But there's still those remnants that you're needing to release and totally cut ties with. They may be blocking you from seeing all the good that's in your life right now. Virgo, Eight of Wands, forward movement, communication. Maybe messages, emails, rapid forward movement. Maybe rapid forward movement after a period of time of not being able to take action or wanting to take action but not knowing how and needing to gain a different perspective in the situation. Well, now it is time to have movement. Thanks, old genie. Sending my love. Okay. Oh, that wanted to pop out. I'm actually going to pull that. Five of Cups. Maybe having a sense of sadness in the situation. There's some regrets. There's some looking back and wishing things happened differently. Wishing you could do things differently. I'm flattered. Yeah, maybe some regrets, even some resentments. But the Five of Cups is that same story of the cards before, where you're getting caught up looking back and wishing things happened differently. You need to look forward and see all the things that are happening for you, that are working for you in your favor, and bringing back that perspective of gratitude. It's very normal to feel overwhelmed by the past, or the past shrouding creating a confusing haze around us being able to see the present and future the way it actually is. Pull one more from this deck for Virgo. Yeah, finding what truly fulfills you, your deeper sense of happiness, maybe dealing with a bit of apathy, depression, disconnectedness, and needing to find what deeply fulfills you, makes you happy, irregardless of anyone or anything in your life. Aw, food is one of the quickest pathways to my heart. So, all right. Okay. Here for Virgo. Give me a few more messages for Virgo. Ooh, wisdom. Wisdom of the heart. Growing in your wisdom of the heart. Doing a bit of heart healing. Gaining a greater awareness and understanding. Yes, Kayla. It would be a very fun time. Okay. Trusting your instinct. You may be very impacted by the full moon coming up. So if you can keep an eye and bring a bit of enlightenment and focus on how you instinctively react to other people, situations, how you think. It's just about bringing a bit more awareness, a bit more illumination on our automatic response. Being able to rewrite that. That would be very yummy. I think Mexico would be fun. Okay, Kayla. Let's get a Kayla. For Kayla. Ooh, Hierophant. Maybe needing to stick with tradition in some area of your life, making sure that you're doing the right thing. Kind of also being at the bay of specific organizational structures. This does kind of have the feel of like bigger structures that you're needing to navigate. What is that Hierophant about? Can also be commitment, formal commitment. And Two of Wands, wanting to take action, wanting to move forward, but not really knowing the best pathway to take. Or the best pathway to take in order to do the right thing. Maybe you're just really wanting to do the right thing in a specific situation and not knowing which decision to choose. Maybe you can trust yourself. Could have to do with the King of Cups person. If not, this is just about you mastering the emotions and being able to navigate situations with great emotional maturity. Okay, here we go. 68. Oh, here we go. Got all the fireworks going. I'm actually going to change my audio as well to make sure that I can plug my computer. So just give me 1 second. I'm going to take a little brief break to plug my iPad in. Alrighty. Let me fix that. Can you guys hear me? Oh, yeah. I could definitely see it like working with the hospital almost. Kayla having to deal with all of the bureaucratic stuff with nursing. Oh, I love Capricorns. Oh my god, FF, that is hilarious. Well, Kayla, I hope you find the right path for you. Oh, okay, you can hear me? Can I get a few more people letting me know the audio is fine before I continue on? If that's possible, I'd really appreciate that. Just want to make sure that audio is bang on beautiful. Thank you. Awesome. We are back. Okay. So let me see what sign. Okay, Libra. I'm pretty sure that the next one is Libra. I got a little discombobulated there. For Libra, please let me give an intuitive and guided message for Libra. Whatever they need to hear for their higher selves, highest good, please learn from this reading and through these cards for Libra. Whatever Libra needs to hear for their higher selves, highest good, what can Libra expect for the upcoming month ahead? July, Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Eight of Cups reversed. A few other signs got this as well. I feel like it is collective energies. Eight of Cups is about maybe feeling like you need to walk away from a situation that is unfulfilling for you, but having a difficult time truly and fully walking away. Maybe there's things that are still holding you there, or just feeling maybe a bit confused. Maybe it was a situation that what does upside down mean? Oh, this card is upside down, but I do read reversals, so just know that. Anyways, Eight of Cups reversed. Maybe you already did walk away from that situation. You're wanting to go back. There's some sort of changing of heart or a need to just really move towards what is fulfilling you. So the mature action, the upright action of the Eight of Cups is to walk away from the situation in order to find what is right for you. Do you need to do that? Maybe you're questioning that this month. Page of Pentacles reversed. Maybe wanting to walk away, but not totally serious about the actual action of doing that. Maybe wanting to in your heart or in your mind, but it's really hard to like actually make that physical change in reality. I think it's important to maybe unify the will and figure out what is it that you actually want. Could also be a work situation that you're wanting to move away from, or that you find maybe not very fulfilling and having a hard time really giving it your all or being totally invested because you just know that it doesn't really sit well with you, but maybe it pays enough, and there's just kind of a sense of making sure you don't get caught up in complacency and really creating the situations you want in life, even if it causes a bit of discomfort. Oh, that's so awesome. Yes, FF, hook Kayla up. Okay, Moon reversed. Coming out of a sense of confusion. Maybe feeling really fuzzed out by fears, anxieties, illusions. Maybe you're just feeling very, very reactive right now. And that is the actual root of you feeling emotionally unfulfilled. I think that maybe there is a message here too to not get too caught up with dissatisfaction in the outward world right now, that it is actually inside of you that is causing maybe that feeling of lack of fulfillment. And if you gain a new perspective, or if that can change, then you're going to view these situations in your life a bit different. Queen of Wands, increasing your confidence, putting yourself out there, taking inspired action. Mature, feminine fire sign. We have fire placements. Oh, Seven of Swords. Yeah, of needing to be a bit more direct. Seven of Swords can be about passive aggressiveness, maybe being underhanded, or maybe needing to choose the self, and maybe even being strategic in a situation, dealing with negative thoughts. but also I just really get that kind of needing to assert the self in ways that are more direct and more constructive, and making decisions that are more strategic, right? Making sure you're making the right decisions for the outcome that you want. Oh, night, old genie. Oh, Scotland. Wow, that's awesome. It looks beautiful there. I've seen a lot of photos. Okay, like very moody. Yeah, live it up, FF. This is let it be your playground, this little chat. I'm so glad you guys are connecting. That's amazing to me. Well, I love your energy, so I'm super glad you're here. For Libra. Okay, yeah. That initial message that I got is really coming through extra now. Page of Swords reversed, not being direct in communication, not having open, honest, constructive communication, maybe wanting to be a bit more underhanded just out of fear of rocking the boat. Libra, so I will actually note with Libra, we are moving into the Aries-Libra axis as far as the nodes, North Node being in Aries and South Node being in your sign of Libra. The South Node, where Libra is going to be, is actually about what we're letting go. So for the next year, you're going to be pushed into situations that are going to force you to let go of like Libra qualities. So whether it's codependency, fearing conflict, being afraid of being direct, you are going to succeed by moving towards Aries energy. So asserting the self, choosing the self, being fearless, being confident, being direct, taking action, not being afraid of conflict, because conflict is an opportunity for growth and for change. If you can just get through the turbulent waters for a moment. Okay, for Libra. Recovery. Focusing on the self. Maybe recovering from, so for that lack of confusion, or maybe even that sense of conflict. Third eye, establishing a deeper connection with your intuition, with your knowing, with your sight. Just taking a step back and refocusing on the self, healing the self, reestablishing the connection with the self. Double purple. So it seems like right now, the body focus for you is here in the third eye. If you want to do tapping, tap here, light or hard, however you want, for a few minutes. That may really help you right now. This double purple balance. Maybe dealing with karmic situations, reaping what you sow, but it's also like dealing with repercussions to actions and a karmic rebalancing in your relationships between you and other people, and maybe being forced to find what is right for you. There are lots of lessons being learned on both people's sides in this situation. Also could have to do with law, the justice system as well. Marriage, divorce, karma, rebalancing. Gentleness. Maybe communicating there with the bird in a more gentle way. Maybe being able to assert yourself and be assertive, or dealing with maybe someone who doesn't assert themselves, speaking gently while still being honest is the best way forward. Okay, yeah, speaking with gentleness and sincerity, living with gentleness and sincerity, reconnecting with who you really are, making sure no one or no thing pulls you away from acting from your true north, your true sense of authenticity, reestablishing who you are. That is also very much about Aries and goes away from Libra, which is all about caring about others and community. Hope that could help you, Libra. Okay, we got 79. Okay, Scorpio. Here we go, Scorpio. Please help me give an intuitive and guided message for Scorpio, whatever they need to hear for their higher selves, higher good. Please help me open through this reading and these cards for Scorpio. Please help me give an intuitive and guided message for Scorpio for the upcoming month ahead. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for Scorpio. Nine of Pentacles. Being independent, working on your coin, working on your projects, focusing on your career, establishing yourself independently, finding your sense of abundance and expansion, regardless of anyone or anything. Nine of Pentacles, she's in her garden. It is lush. You know, she's surrounded by the life, the stable life she has built for herself. And isn't reliant on anyone or anything to provide that for her. Two of Swords. Maybe feeling in a stalemate, standstill situation, wanting to take action in specific situation in your life, but feeling like you don't know how, or you don't know the right choice to make. A choice needs to be made, an action needs to be made, but there may be confusion as to which one is the right one. Maybe stalling or pausing before taking action. King of Swords reversed. Okay. I'm going to pull some more King of Swords reversed because, yikes. Okay. So this could go two ways. Either this is someone that you're dealing with. This could be masculine air sign, someone who is not direct in communication, or there's some sort of issue with speaking the truth, being open and honest. King of Swords can also be very underhanded or very cutting in communication. There can be a sense of manipulation as well, or just not being connected with his suit. When King of Swords is upright, he is the master of logic. Almost, he's very, very cold and calculating, so bringing it to the reversed can get either even more way too cold and calculating, or completely disconnected from his sense of truth. And here with the Ace of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups reversed, this has been coming out for a lot of people. I think that's also kind of collective energies. A lot of people dealing with maybe a sense of insecurity, a sense of unhappiness or depression, needing to find what makes you feel stable, what makes you feel happy, regardless of anyone or anything there with the two nines. Not feeling emotionally fulfilled and needing to find what is what actually will bring that for you. Four of Wands, focusing on the home, focusing on your sense of stability, maybe staying in a bit more, redesigning your home. There's just that focus on home. It is also focus on celebration of weddings, of reunions, of, you know, parties. It's like joyful, stable celebration, but also the hearth, the home. Maybe trying to feel a bit more stable in your inner world and in your home life. Page of Pentacles. This could be a message. Pages are communicators. They're also the youngest of their suits, so there's a need to maybe take something seriously, doing research, doing study, or just being a bit more diligent and focused, but there may be a little bit of immaturity that's getting in the way. The page is the youngest of the suit and not sure how to take action that can sustain the pentacle. Either way, this page needs to do the learning required in order to let this seed of potential that he's been given to grow into a great fruit tree, so to speak. There's a need of, you know, not just maturing, but of taking something a bit more seriously and doing putting in the kind of effort or research that is needed in order to mature or grow in the situation. Four of Swords. Oh my gosh, there have been multiple signs that got both the Four of Swords and the Four of Wands. So I think collectively, a lot of people resting, A lot of people kind of pausing from taking action, or have, even for the past few months, really been focusing on the self, rejuvenating the self, needing to recover, needing to withdraw their energy in order to just feel a bit more stable and take care of the self and heal. Give me some more advice for Scorpio. Impartiality. Maybe dealing with karmic situations, maybe finally seeing the other side to a situation from the past. Here with impartiality, it's like both people had their perspective, had their experience, and now this woman comes in and makes the other person experience the other side. So it's like kind of seeing another side to a situation, things kind of coming full circle, and almost experiencing being on the receiving end of something that you did in the past, and vice versa. There's kind of a balancing of the scales, and understanding maybe what the other person went through when before you didn't. Here with faith, the third eye, needing to radically surrender, radically trust the divine, knowing that everything happens for a reason, trusting in divine timing, expanding your intuition, tapping into your intuition. I am actually a Scorpio, Kayla. I am a Scorpio sun, Taurus moon, and Libra rising. So, got a lot of that fixed. The Scorpio-Taurus axis is an intense one for sure. Okay, perseverance here with Scorpio. Needing to not give up right before you make a breakthrough. Effort is still needed. Here with the sacral, this is about emotional processing. It's where you house your emotions. It's also where you house your creative and personal power. She's about to give up. She's exhausted right before things are about to work out for her. Oh, thank you. I'm excited to see it grow to that. That would be amazing. Yeah, and if you haven't liked and subscribed, please do that. It really helps. Yeah, I can be pretty fierce, Kayla. Okay, I'm a sassy individual. Okay, one more for Scorpio. Quest. A lot of people have gotten this as well. I think it's collective energy, inner child healing here with the throat. Speaking the truth, knowing your truth, being your truth, listening to the inner child, and finally stepping forth on the path of giving the inner child what they need, and of growing, of learning, of discovering what your truth really is, and finding ways of bringing that out into the physical realm. Okay, for Scorpio. Thank you. Sensation. Let's go one more for Scorpio with that one. Okay. Getting a lot with sensation, about being a bit more aware of physical sensations in the body. I also think too, especially combined here with sageness, it's about doing a bit of learning and almost separating our psychological response from our physical response of stress. Oftentimes fight or flight, or feeling reactive, feeling caught up in things, in patterns, is very reactive. It's just felt, it's in the body. It's physically in the body. If you watch my Reiki healing videos, that energy that kind of gets stuck in the body, or that focus that has not been processed, emotions that have not been faced, or just, been eaten and not, pooped out of the body, just sit there, and it actually causes physical pain and physical hurt. This is about maybe bringing a bit more insight, a bit more learning about that. Not allowing the body's physical sensations to overrule what we really want for ourselves, or stepping out of ways of physically reacting to specific situations. I'm actually going to pull one more third eye So doing some tapping on the third eye could really be of help for you for a few minutes every day. This is about taking action. So this woman, she needed to do all these things, right? And only until there's a crisis outside of her did she actually take action and was brought to her greatest sense of expansion and abundance. So it's kind of asking you to take action before life creates a crisis, forcing you to grow and expand. So, all right, Scorpio, good luck this next month. Got 90. Okay, Sagittarius. Okay, let's go ahead and get these all organized. Please help me give an intuitive and guided message for Sagittarius. Whatever they need to hear for their higher selves, highest good. Please let me help them through this reading and through these cards for Sagittarius. For Sagittarius. Whatever they need to hear for their higher selves, highest good. Please let me help them through this reading and through these cards for Sagittarius. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the month ahead of July. For Sagittarius. Strength, upright. Taming the primal nature, maybe getting a greater stronghold on, I don't want to say just vices, but things that no longer serve you, or maybe instinctual reactions, ways of responding. There's some sense of having a bit more control over the self, having a bit more control over reactions, and not acting as impulsively. Being able to tame the self. Page of Swords, communication, doing research as well. Maybe there's a way, maybe you're holding yourself back from communicating something to someone that you've really been wanting to say, react, but you're holding yourself back in order to, I don't want to say like rock the boat, but to not make a faulty step communication-wise. Wanting to communicate the self in restrained and healthy ways. Seven of Pentacles in reverse, kind of hoping for things to grow in the situation. This could be your work situation as well, but things just aren't progressing in the way that you've been hoping or anticipating. It's kind of calling you to have a bit more patience and put in a bit more effort, waiting for that return on investment. Okay, for Sagittarius. Ooh, the star! Healing. Deep healing, connecting with your truth, releasing things that held you back, and finally living, you know, authentic to you, living in your truth. Look, she's naked. She's free of the chains of the devil, and she is free, she is open, she is vulnerable. She's beautiful. Maybe even getting a bit of a public attention there with the star. If not, it's just about really healing the self, connecting in with the higher self. Major Arcana for Aquarius. So maybe dealing with an Aquarius or dealing with Leo as well. More for Sagittarius. Moon. Major Arcana. You may be really impacted by the upcoming full moon in the next few days, or this full moon cycle. Go. Maybe dealing with fears, dealing with illusions, gaining a greater sense of clarity. Also, dreams and imagination may be really impacting you right now. You may be pretty impacted by a lot of the stuff happening with Neptune and Pisces. Maybe a lot of dreaminess, but also a lot of confusion, needing to draw greater boundaries in the mind, have greater sense of clarity, maybe being too caught up in fantasy as well and needing to ground the self a bit. Some for Sagittarius, whatever Sagittarius needs to hear for their higher selves, highest good. Please let me help them through this reading and through these cards. For Sagittarius, perfection, the root chakra, feeling secure, feeling stable. Maybe dealing with perfectionism or feeling like, you know, you're never good enough, or healing generational patterns, childhood wounding there in the root, having to do with feeling criticized or feeling like you need to be perfect, that everything's got to be, you know, the way that you imagined. And there's a sense of learning how to forgive the self or be easy on the self there. Trickery, a lot of people have got this card this month. So maybe a situation to where both people were acting in self-interest and ended up feeling victimized. So both people were acting in self-interest, and then both people felt victimized by the other person. Oh, hi, Kurt. It's all the way upstairs, so maybe another time. Here with trickery. Doing a bit of heart healing and feeling like there was just some kind of dishonesty in the situation, almost a fear of being honest or a fear of being vulnerable, fear of communicating openly, due to being afraid of not being seen as perfect, or fearing having your imperfections being exposed. Prayer. Solar plexus, this is our locus of control. It's also our sense of joy, our sense of confidence in how we assert ourselves out into the world. Here with prayer, maybe a situation that you thought was going to go a specific way didn't go as planned. The reality, though, is you're intended to make lemonade out of lemons. The path that you are pushed to is actually what's going to bring you to your deepest sense of harmony and happiness. So maybe finding a sense of trust in the ways of the divine, and knowing that even if things didn't go as exactly as planned, you're going to be brought to what's truly aligned with you and right for you. You need to release a situation in order to take flight, releasing burdens in order to fly. Maybe releasing that situation between you and another person, or you and a group of people, that was just not totally honest and not totally aligned with your sense of authenticity. Yeah, communication. So it reminds me of almost like the Ace of Pentacles, but here with the blue, it's about communication. So there is an opportunity or potential to communicate yourself in a much more stable, sustaining way. You're being given the opportunity to grow. Oh my God, I love this card. It's one of my favorites. I don't know how it's pronounced. I've only read it. Duzamekina. Duzameshina, I don't know. Duzamekina. Anyways, if you can imagine in a plot, right, where it feels like everything is going wrong, everything is going crazy, and it feels like there's no solution, that nothing makes sense, and everything is going haywire, and then all of a sudden there's this one thing, this one element that radically changes everything and makes everything work out, almost like by the divine hands of God, you know, just comes in and is like, boom, all of a sudden everything works out and makes sense. One of my favorite cards. But if you can trust in divine timing as well as divine intervention in your situation, if things seem like there's no solution in sight, something is going to change and it's going to work out. Hi, Tarot Destroyer. Okay. What time is it? 99. Okay, Capricorn. All right, for Capricorn. What can Capricorn expect in the upcoming month ahead for July? For Capricorn. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Please let me give an intuitive and guided message for Capricorn. Whatever they need to hear for their higher selves, highest good. Please let me help them through this reading and these cards for Capricorn. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the upcoming month ahead for Capricorn. Oh, hi, Aubrey. For Capricorn. Four of Cups, maybe needing to come out of a period of apathy or discontent. Maybe not seeing a cup of love or a cup of a new potential being offered to you right now. Almost like kind of being blinded about the good things going on in your life, just simply maybe from burnout or just being caught up in the things that may disappoint you. Five of Cups reversed. Maybe needing to come out of sadness. Maybe there was a sense of loss or a situation didn't go the way that you had wanted to. There's maybe some resentment, maybe some regret. You know, milk has been spilt. You're being asked to come out of that phase of kind of being caught up in that sadness. You know, 4 to the 5. Maybe just even sitting with it, processing emotions in order to move on. But while you're processing, you may just be caught up with kind of sadness or apathy and doing a bit of emotional healing, maybe from a past situation. Yeah, needing to move forward, starting a new phase of life. Maybe a door is closed and a new door is opening for you right now. There's a need to learn from past situations and kind of evolve the self, if you're not already doing that right now. Yeah, it seems like there was a painful ending here, 10 of Swords. Could have to do with a love situation or some situation to where there were a lot of emotions involved. But if not, it could just be a phase of life. Okay. For Capricorn. Yeah, wanting to look forward into the future. Maybe having had a painful ending or dealing with, you know, a phase of life where you dealt with a lot of negative thoughts or things that were just kind of painful situations, but you're wanting to move forward and look forward into the future. You've already put some effort in, you've already sent your ships out, you're waiting for a return of investment, you're waiting for your ships to come in and for this new phase of life to finally be prospering and growing and being exactly where, you know, you've envisioned it being at. But right now you still may be a bit caught up with past sadness or the ways things kind of went wrong in the past. Ooh, Wheel of Fortune. And the World, yeah. Moving on up. Things working in your favor. Evolving. Moving past old life phases and situations and bringing in new ones. New timelines for yourself. Big changes with the Major Arcana, but still maybe dealing with a bit of scarcity mentality or feeling, you know, insecure, needing to heal or release feelings of insecurity or instability or scarcity in order to truly kind of work with luck and work with the universe. Let's go ahead and get a pull for Capricorn. Please let me give an intuitive and guided reading for Capricorn. Ooh, Renewal. A lot of people have gotten this card. I feel like it's a part of collective energies as well here. Renewal is actually about a situation that had a lot of hurt or had disappointment having to do with abandonment or feeling, you know, insecure, and actually what had happened led this plant to fully blossoming. I think I've already mentioned the story, but I'll mention it again. She was a house plant, right, in someone's house, and they threw her away. They threw her away into the landfill. And while she's in this landfill, as if everything, you know, couldn't get any worse, she gets knocked over and her pot breaks. And feeling like she's at her worst, actually gave her the opportunity to spread her roots deeper, and she finally grew into her full blossoming, this beautiful flower bush. So circumstances in her life that actually at first caused challenges actually led her to her greatest sense of expansion, feeling good inside of herself, abundance, prosperity. So I kind of feel like some patience is involved here too. Ooh, with a soulmate, maybe. Maybe renewing a situation with a soulmate, dealing with karmic ties. I kind of get the sense with this, maybe the tides turning after an ending with a soulmate situation. Maybe the soulmate situation ending or going awry was intended to happen in order to push you to where you're supposed to be at. Or there's just been a really strong soulmate situation that is leading you to your deepest sense of renewal and expansion. Oh, I'm great. I'm so glad it resonated with you, Aubrey. And good luck finding a better situation for yourself. All right, for Capricorn. Conflict. Yeah, maybe there was some conflict with this soulmate. And double red too. This is about our root. That may be a strong energetic focus for you right now. Feeling stable, feeling secure. It also has to do with generational traumas and kind of the imprinted nervous systems that we receive. So there may be a lot of like healing of old patterns, old ways of being through this conflict with a soulmate in your life. Maybe a lot of illusions, a lot of fears. The unconscious being at play in this situation. Here with the full moon also, we will have a full moon coming up in the next few days. You may be really impacted by the full moon cycle coming up here. This one, yeah, rewriting patterns, rewriting narratives, personal narratives, your myth. That's that generational trauma, generational patterning that you're just given and you think is reality, but it's not. You can rewrite it at any time. So giving yourself that freedom will lead to your sense of renewal. All right. Get a little sip here somewhere. Okay. No 7. Okay, hi Aquarius. Let's go ahead and get some intuitive messages for Aquarius. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Hi, Nan. For Aquarius, the upcoming month ahead. Please help me give an intuitive and guided message for Aquarius, whatever they need to hear for their higher selves, highest good. Please let me help them through this reading and through these cards for Aquarius. Oh, 7 of Swords has been pulled a lot for a lot of people. I think that this is collective energies coming through. Let's pull a few more for the 7 of Swords. Okay, Lovers reversed. All right, you may have been dealing with a romantic situation, or this is just a relationship in your life. Could be a coworker, family member, friend. But there had been some sense of sabotage, selfishness, underhanded behavior, maybe even passive aggressiveness that led to maybe a souring in your relationship, or maybe causing you or both of you to make choices away from that relationship or that go against that relationship. There's a sense of not choosing that person, of kind of choosing your self-interest, not being clear and direct. There's some sort of like self-sabotage or a sense of trickery as well. Queen of Pentacles, of needing to stabilize the self, needing to work on the self, of focusing on self-care in order to recover from that situation of where maybe things weren't totally open, weren't totally honest, or just kind of didn't go this relationship didn't go as planned and a need to find a deeper sense of stability. It could also be a feminine earth sign that you're dealing is choosing you, and vice versa for Aquarius. Oh, King of Pentacles. All right, we got a couple here. So you may be in an actual, like actually in a relationship with this person already. It could be a very stable relationship, like living with each other. If not, then it could be, you know, mommy, daddy. It's very family oriented, very focused on that security and stability, but there is some sort of indirect sabotage that's happening. Maybe, like I said before, maybe passive aggressiveness, or there was a fight, just something going wrong. There was a choice that was made in this partnership that was not totally wise and was mainly centered around self-interest. Like they're both kind of looking away. They're both focusing on each other, or on their own coin, not each other. So maybe it's a good thing for you both to focus on yourselves at this time, but Seven of Swords isn't the most honest or upfront card. Yeah, there's been a lack of healing or a lack of balancing in the situation, needing to bring this upright. There's a lot of life lessons in regards to the situation. There was a lack of imbalance, or there is a lack of imbalance, and something is needing to be rectified. This could be a child. It is also a new beginning, a new phase of life. Fool can also be about making foolish decisions, or making, you know, reckless or immature decisions, needing to kind of watch where you walk. And maybe what had happened, maybe that Seven of Swords moment or situation that had happened was just not totally thought through, and ended up kind of being a bit worse in reality than this person thought in their mind. Or there's just this need of beginning a new phase of healing, and that new start with the Fool. High Priestess reversed, needing to connect in with the intuition, knowing your truth. Kind of, if you're experiencing something that you feel is maybe underhanded, or it's not, if you're getting certain like intuitive hits and intuitive feelings, but things aren't totally clear, know that maybe you're right. I would trust your intuition more than anything right now, because the Seven of Swords can be sneaky and underhanded. So if you're dealing with sneaky and underhanded behavior, and maybe that person is lacking accountability, you need to trust yourself and know without a doubt what it is that you are dealing with. More for Aquarius. Working on your coin, working on your pentacle, needing to make a stable, solid decisions, solid movement forward. This can be the slowest knight, but he is moving forward and he's the most trustworthy. There's potential for stability in the situation, but it may be slow in coming, and it may be like a slow and steady growth or healing of the situation. Okay, for Aquarius. And of course, I do want to say too, with Saturn going retrograde, lots of Aquarius energy. Saturn is the ruler of Aquarius, so you may be really impacted the next few months of needing to go inward and recalibrate how you move forward in certain areas of your life. Especially with maybe that relationship. For Aquarius, yeah, maybe that situation ended. Needing to walk away, or needing to do some emotional healing, emotional processing in regards to this ending that had happened. Dissipating, solar plexus, so our locus of control, so our sense of confidence in taking action. These two dream and dream and dream about making a film together, and they have the whole screenplay written, and it's their biggest dream. And then this woman, hi Andrea, yes, I'm very much a Scorpio. Got a Scorpio stellium, got lots of Scorpio in me. But here with dissipating, they told themselves, oh, well, the only thing that is stopping us is from having enough money to do it. And then one day this chick wins the lottery, and they have enough money to make this film and live out their dreams. Rather than actually taking action, they decide to just continue to dream of the dream. So this is asking you to take action on a dream that you have. Don't allow it to just wither away. The circumstances are ripe for potential for you right now and being able to accomplish it, but action needs to be made. And you need to be able to kind of pull your energy back and walk away from a situation, this Lovers reversed, Seven of Swords situation, in order to recoup and regain that stability of the self, focusing on your coin, focusing on yourself. Okay. One last deck for Aquarius. Threshold. Oh, I love this card. Oh, nice, FF. I love Aquarius placements. I got a lot of people around me with Aquarius stuff. Okay, Threshold. I love this card so much. If you can imagine a dam, right? The dam is filling and filling and filling. And while the dam is filling, it looks like nothing is happening. It's the most boring thing in the entire world, right? Until that one moment. There's that one, like 2-second moment that the dam breaks. And once the dam breaks, everything changes and there's complete rapid movement. But up until that point, it's going to feel like nothing is happening. This is asking you to persevere and be patient for that threshold moment. Things aren't totally ripe for it to change in the way that you're wanting, or for it to transform in the way that it's needing. It's almost like being in the kettle, or being in the oven right now, you know, being cooked. You're not ready just yet. The situation isn't ready to be its fullest potential, or, you know, it's like its greatest transformation. You're in a waiting period right now. Just know that it's a transitory moment. And focus on the self, focusing on your truth, bringing the attention back to yourself. I feel like I keep repeating that. Yeah, definite shout out for that threshold moment. I'm hoping it happens soon for you. But in the meantime, you just need to focus on yourself, what makes you happy, bring that attention back. Bring your locus of control back into the self. All right, Aquarius, I hope that could be of help to you. Okay, for the final sign of Pisces. Oh, you're so welcome. All right, Pisces, what do we got for the upcoming month? Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for July. Please help me give an intuitive and guided message for Pisces. Whatever they need to hear for their higher selves, highest good. Please help them through this reading through these cards. For Pisces, obviously you may be really impacted by the Neptune retrograde that is happening the next few months. Just hold tight, Pisces. As everything rearranges, you get to review your deepest sense of self. Here, the things changing, needing to go inward, deeper contemplation in order to grow and shed old skins. Pisces, okay, Justice, Major Arcana, Karma, right? You reap what you sow. People learning deep life lessons in a situation. It could be between you and another person, you and a family member, you and a loved one, where there was some sort of imbalance, some sort of karmic situation. It can be marriage, divorce. Karma doesn't always necessarily mean something bad, but there is reaping what you've sown, and every action has a consequence, and there's kind of a balancing of the scales, a rebalancing of the scales, using of the sword of truth, gaining greater clarity in this karmic situation. Four of Pentacles. This could be working on your finances. It could be about career and needing to be a bit more strategic and reserved with your resources. It could also be you holding too tightly onto a situation. And it can also have to do with jealousy. I will say with Four of Pentacles, a bit of possessiveness, and here with the Pentacle, maybe feeling a bit of insecurity. So if this has to do with, you know, I actually kind of get, especially with these double pentacles and justice, it's got a lot to do with your finances and your work. You needing to save money, if you needing to make decisions that are going to really protect your resources as you try and work towards a new phase of financial, material prosperity and stability. Maybe in the past you weren't as wise or about finances or about your material realm. Right now the focus is being brought on how your actions, especially with Saturn, the Saturn retrograde impacting Pisces as well, where it's like you're creating more stability for yourself through looking at the ways that you've like maybe avoided accountability, or maybe acted not the most wise with your finances, or wise in this physical realm. So letting go of illusion as well. Really creating a better structure for yourself. The Fool reverse, yeah, making sure that you don't act recklessly, or you don't act out of naivety or without thinking. There's a kind of a call for you to make more mature decisions and not act impulsively or rashly. Here with the Knight of Wands. King of Cups. Maybe maturing emotionally. You could also be dealing with an older masculine water sign, if it's not you. You know, Pisces is a water sign. This could be someone who is very, very passionate, who is coming forward, coming in with passionate messages. Could have to be about love. Let's go ahead and see. Yep. Ace of Cups. Could be a new love, or a new beginning in love, a new phase of emotional connection, deepening of a relationship, new romantic potential. Lots of new potential here. Two of Swords. Wanting to move forward, but feeling like you're kind of at a stalemate in this situation. Swords are about thoughts and communication as well. So feeling like you want to communicate the self, or you want things to move forward, but feeling like you don't know how just yet. You got to make some sort of decision in order for things to progress in the way that you want. And here with the World reverse, maybe needing to close out old cycles in order for this new beginning. These stable, emotional, abundant new beginnings to happen. You gotta cut ties with the old phase in order to move forward. Here with Pisces, please let me give an intuitive and guided message for Pisces. Prayer. A lot of people have gotten this card. I think it's collective energies. It's about making lemonade out of lemons, or a situation that did not go as planned, or in a way that you had wanted initially. This is about, in the end, being very thankful that things didn't go as planned, because it actually brought you to what fulfills you and what makes you deeply happy. They're at the solar plexus. Oh, double solar plexus. So the solar plexus is our locus of control. It's how we assert ourselves. It's also our sense of confidence. So tapping back into your sense of joy, what makes you happy. Maybe a situation going wrong or not going as planned, it's actually leading you to you feeling super abundant. I feel like that message has been in so many of the signs, and I feel like that's kind of a collective experience happening for a lot of people. Right now, you're intended to shine your light, connect in with your confidence, your, the spice of life, your light. Healing your confidence, asserting yourself, and taking back your sense of control. You may be isolated from someone. It could be this King of Cups. It, could be an old partner or a loved one. Maybe you're feeling like, especially here with this Two of Swords, there is a lack of communication, or there's a lack of movement, feeling like both people are having to withdraw their energy in order to focus on the self. The throat is about speaking your truth, knowing your truth, being your truth. And maybe having to hold back or not knowing how to communicate your truth right now. Maybe feeling a bit misunderstood, not feeling seen for who you really are here with the gossip. It also has to do with a lot of heart healing as well. So maybe there have been some heart wounding and feeling misunderstood in this situation. You got to bring that focus back to your joy, back to your sense of abundance and energy and joy of life. We're Pisces. We're Pisces. Ooh. What does this mean to you? As above, so below. So, with as above, so below, this is here to remind you that your external reality is a projection of your internal reality. So whatever it is that you're struggling with, that you're experiencing inside of yourself, you're maybe drawing connections or drawing situations that are going to reflect that to you. So be a bit more conscientious of, you know, what's going on in the heart and the head. You're drawing those situations towards you. You get one more for Pisces. Synchronicity, maybe a lot of things aligning for you, almost in a creepy way, right? Synchronicity, it feels magical when all the synchronicities happen, whether it be seeing numbers or situations just aligning spontaneously, and trusting in the divine flow of life, in the magic of life, and knowing that you're able to call in whatever it is that you want as long as you align yourself inside with it first. I hope that could help you, Pisces. Thank you, everyone who has hung out during this reading. I hope that this month's messages could be of help to you. If you'd like a personalized reading, personalized ASMR videos, as well as Reiki distance healing, Zoom Reiki sessions, art, all of that, go ahead and reach out to me via email. It is in the description box. I've had a great time chatting and hanging out. Good luck, everyone, for the month ahead. Until next time. Bye.